Up to you. इसकी उतनी नीड नहीं है ना. All right. So here, if we talk about present tense, right? For present tense, these are the situations where we can use them. First, if we talk about habitual action, I go for a walk every day. That means that is something that I do every day. Okay. Habit of you, habit of other person, those actions can be stated with using uh, present tense. Then if we talk about general facts or truths, sun rises in the east. That's a fact that cannot be denied. So for that also we would be using present tense. When we want to talk about permanent state, suppose if somebody says, I love you, that means that's a permanent state. That is the characteristic. That is the emotion. For that also we would be using present tense. Scheduled event. There are time slots for some of the things. There are timetables. Yes, the train departs at 5 a.m. because that is scheduled event that has a timetable. It would leave at 5 a.m. That means it would leave at 5 a.m. Narrative, when somebody wants to describe anything that happened with the person itself. Okay. I walk down the street, suddenly I spot a friend. Okay, I walk down the street, I spot a friend. That means we are showing the intensity, the sudden emotion, what happened suddenly. For that also we would be using present tense. Next, if we talk about instruction or direction, please come here. That means we are giving a direction. So for that also we would use present tense. Next one is expression of time or frequency. The first one, as I stated, I go for a walk every day. That means every day I'm giving you the time slot that happens regularly. So for these events or for these situations, we can use present tense. Is it all clear? If you want to note down, you may note down. Who asked for two more sheets? Two more. You would practice with this. In general, if I want to tell you, I'll give you a lecture, that would be over. But if you would practice yourself, it would be with you. Wait for a while, I'll play the audio, then you can start with question one. Yes. Yes. Just listen to it, identify are the sentences same or there is bit change. If there are changes, you make a cross and write the correct statement. Meanwhile, in the next page, we have some description. You may read that. That would be helpful. I'll explain this as well. For question 1 and 2, I'll play the audio once only, okay? Because question 1 is a bit easy. So here, as I told you, like where we can use present tense. First, if we talk about regular habits or repeated actions. I get up really early and practice for an hour or so most days. Most days, that means again a regularity. I use the internet just about every day. Again, every day will show a habit or regularity. Next, if we want to talk about any permanent situation, my parents own a restaurant. That means it is their restaurant. They own it. That means it is a permanent condition. I have worked there since I was 15. I have worked there. That means it is a statement which is giving the period of time, like since how many days or by what time you have worked there. To talk about facts or generally accepted truths, as we in the previous session I told you the sun rises in the east. That means that's a fact already. Students don't generally have much money. Okay, this is also a fact. Why? Because they are not the earning people. That is why they don't have much money. If you heat water to 100 degrees Celsius, it boils. That happens. That is a fact. Then to give instructions and directions. You go down the traffic lights, then you turn left. What are we giving here? Instructions. To start the program, first you click on the icon on the desktop. Again, instruction and directions. Then suppose if you want to narrate a story or any incident that happened with you. In film, the tea lady falls in love with the prime minister. That means that incident happened over there, right? Silly example. All right. Now here, if we see question one here is stating you are going to hear a woman interviewing a student for a survey what people do in their free time. Okay, that means leisure activities. So look at the pictures. Which activities do you think student does in his free time? So she is going to talk to one student. What he would tell that you're supposed to encircle or pick. Meanwhile, solve question number 3 as well. That means listen to it and identify whether the statements are true or false, they are correct or incorrect. If it is incorrect, write the correct one. Shall I play the audio? The audio have to go the second and third playlist. Yes.
Excuse me, I'm conducting a survey on how people spend their free time. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Oh, okay. I'm just waiting for my friends. They're always late, so I should have a few minutes.
Right. Now, can I have your name?
It's Peter. Peter Harley. Harley.
And do you work or are you a student, Peter?
Well, both actually. I'm studying really hard for my exams this month. I'm doing maths at university. But I also help my parents out. They own a restaurant and I work there as a waiter in the evenings. So I don't get a lot of free time during the week.
It sounds as if you're very busy.
Yes, I am. And my mum's always saying I don't help enough in the restaurant. But I do manage to find some free time most days.
Great. Now, can you have a look at this list and tell me whether you do any of these things? And if so, how often?
Sure. Okay. Well, I love music and I'm learning to play the piano. I get up really early and practice for an hour or so just about every day. I also play the guitar in a band with some other friends. We used to practice together at least 3 times a week, but these days we only manage to meet about once every 2 weeks.
hmm What about the next thing on the list? Computer games. I assume you're too busy to play them.
Well, I used to play them all the time, but now I'm too busy studying, and I don't miss them at all.
And do you use a computer for other things?
I use the internet just about every day for my studies, and I also use it to keep in touch with my friends and family. My cousin is living in Thailand at the moment, and he sends me regular emails to let me know how much fun he's having. He's always visiting exciting places.
Yes, the internet is making it much easier for people to stay in touch with each other. Now, how about team sport?
Actually, I joined the local football team when I was at school, and I still play once a month, provided I can get to training. I much prefer playing football to watching it on TV, though I do occasionally watch a match if there's a big final or something.
What about going to watch live matches?
I'd love to be able to afford to go every week because I support my local team, but students don't generally have much money, you know. I can't remember the last time I went to a live match. Oh, sorry, I can see my friends. I have to go now.
Thank you for your time.
All right. So, from the pictures, which one do you think? Okay. So, recall the audio.
Which one of the pictures is correct you're
Uh-huh.
asking?
Mm-hmm.
The one with the guitar
Hmm.
and the head cooking one
Cooking, no.
and the one with the video games and the one
No.
for football.
He spoke about usage of internet and computer to connect with
Yeah.
friends and family and for studies, not for the video. First one is correct, yes, because he wants to play football every week. Right, like these days he's playing in alternate week, but he wants to play every week, and he plays in a band.
Yeah.
So that means these two are his leisure activities, right? Okay, so question number 3, first one, Peter is waiting for his friends.
Yes, true.
Correct. He isn't studying much this month.
False.
False. He is studying hard. His parents own a shop.
Wrong. False.
Incorrect. How come? They own a restaurant. He practices the guitar most mornings.
True. True.
I think he practices piano most mornings.
This statement is wrong because 3 times a week he said.
He practices
So most morning उसका था कि
guitar.
piano का था
Guitar is on the lesser side. These days, he's playing piano more. He's taking lessons. Then number 5, he frequently uses the internet. Correct. His cousin is living in America at the moment.
False.
False, as he is living in,
And
no, Thailand. Peter does not support any football teams as he supports his local team. When she asked about, do you go watch any live matches? That time he states, na, he support his local team. All right. Okay, now can you tell me from the above sentences, which sentences are about a situation that is permanent or affect?
They own a restaurant.
Yes, yes. Which sentences are about everyday habits?
Playing internet. Uses the internet.
Usage of internet and practice of guitar. Okay. Which sentence is about an action happening at the moment of speaking?
Playing, waiting for his friends.
Yes, because that was the situation. He was standing there. Which sentence is about a temporary situation?
He's studying.
No, that is about the whole month. He isn't studying much this month. His cousin is living in America at the moment. Okay, that could be a temporary situation, that right now he is living in Thailand, but later on he may move somewhere else. All right. You have already studied. Okay, so suppose if we talk about present simple tense, okay, like I have already told you in which conditions we can use it. If we see the structure here is, we need a subject, we need a verb, and then object, right? Now, as you know, when we talk about singular subject like he, she, it, then what happens? We need to add s in the verb. But when we talk about plurals or I is singular, but that is an exception. When we talk about plural and I, then we don't add s in the verb, right? But sometimes, you know what happens? There are words in which we need to add es. Suppose if I talk about watch. Watch, praise. For these words, we need es, praises, right? Then
Place already has an E. We just need S.
s, praises. Suppose if we talk about kiss, then es. Here also es. Try to frame few sentences with present simple tense. We need a subject, then verb, and then object. Khushi,
Yes. Present. Simple. Okay. I will be near one. I will study today.
I study every day.
I study.
Okay.
Then the sentence should go with myself.
No, it could be about anybody. He, she, Janvi, Harman, anybody. I like to play basketball every day, okay? My, I used to, that is past and that to habit. We are talking about present simple. I, to, I go to. Okay, Sameer,
we are watching a screen.
Continuous.
Okay.
We are talking about present simple.
Present simple.
Think about the conditions. In which conditions can we use something that is a regular habit? I use my mobile phone. That means that's a habit. You use it every day. Any permanent situation, you might be owning something. There might be any particular characteristic with you. I am honest. Then to talk about facts or generally accepted truths. Think about the conditions and then make sentences.
I will go to show.
Again, will.
Taj Mahal is beautiful. Taj Mahal is beautiful.
Taj Mahal looks beautiful.
Okay. So it's standing nice something.
Janvi, Sonakshi, try to give any instruction, direction, narrate any incident.
I go to club every day and practice my modules.
Okay. My parents always
Like make healthy dish.
like to make. Okay. Parents, that is plural, and then you said make. All right. So now present simple is clear with you. Next, if we talk about present continuous. For present continuous, let's see the structure first. We need subject, right? Then we need verb plus ing. And then object, okay? The most easiest one. Where can we use, in what conditions or in what situations we can use it? First one is to talk about temporary situation. Temporary, that means something that would be happening for few moments or a short period of time. I am studying really hard for my exams. I am studying, that means that might be in continuity, but that is not for a long period of time. My cousin is living in Thailand at the moment. He does not reside there. At the moment, he is there. To talk about actions happening at the moment of speaking, I am writing. You are studying. So what is happening at the moment? The next, to talk about trends or changing situations. What changing situations? The internet is making it easier for people to stay in touch with each other. So that is the change. That is the evolvement. The price of petrol is rising dramatically. So how it is rising? Is it rising at the moment? No, we are talking about a changing trend. The price was 100 rupee, but now it is 105, 106, 107. So that is why the price of petrol is rising dramatically. Then to talk about things that happen more often than expected, often to show envy or to criticize. My mom's always saying I don't help enough. That's a complaint. He's always visiting exciting places. Okay, so what expressions we are presenting here? Envy or criticism, right? So now you have four conditions. You know the structure. We need a subject. We need auxiliary verb, whether it be am, is, are, was, were, whatever. Then we need verb plus ing. Go for it. Frame sentences.
I'm going to the park today.
Okay.
How many people are using internet a lot?
Are using, okay.
Nowadays, people are active on social media.
Are active on social media, that is present simple tense. That's a statement.
Okay.
Think about continuity. You need ing with verb.
Nowadays people scrolling Instagram every.
My friend is scrolling Instagram right now. Herman, continuous.
Ma'am, the earlier sentence. I am watching the screen.
Fine now.
I'm going.
Samir,
I'm going to support him in his match.
going to, correct. I read book every day. When you're saying every day, that means you're telling about a situation that is in regularity. So not I am at the moment, if you're talking, I'm reading a book right now. Okay, I'm reading a book, I'm reading a novel. So that would be present continuous.
I like to travel a lot.
Where is ing? I am traveling next month, or I am traveling today. So that would be present continuous. Clear? The structure is fine. What conditions can we use when we want to talk about a temporary situation? Okay. When we want to talk about actions happening at the moment of speaking, like right now, when you want to narrate what you're doing, to talk about trends or changing situation, and to talk about things that often express emotions like envy or criticism. Clear? Next, if we talk state verbs. Okay, the next topic here is state verbs. The present continuous is not normally used with state verbs because the meaning of the verb itself is a general truth. Suppose if we talk about thoughts, okay, I agree, did you assume, we believe. So here we are not changing the form of the verb. They are state verbs. Would you change uh, he agree to my point, he agrees to my point. Okay, that would be fine. Then if we talk about feelings, adore, despise, dislike, any feelings, you may say, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Do you mind? I would not say do you minds. Okay. Then I love music. I have already told you if we are talking about singular, but one exception is there, that is I. So suppose if we are talking about I, we would not add S in the verb. It would be a state verb. We would not change it. I love you, I hate you, I like you. That would remain same. It would not change. Then suppose if we talk about senses, feel, hear, taste, smell, then also it would be a state verb. I can smell something burning. I can hear you. I can feel the touch. So what is happening? State verbs. Then next one is possession, when you want to show the belongingness. My parents own a restaurant. My parents have a restaurant. I have a blue car. They had a blue car. That means it is showing belongingness. Then description, when we want to describe something. Either we are talking about appearance, what it contains of, what it looks like. Then we may say, the example here is, you look like your mother. It is look. We are not changing. It is the state verb. These verbs will not change. That means you need to look for such situations where these words will not change. They would remain same, right? Some state verbs can be used in continuous form as well, but that situation shall be temporary. What are you thinking about? That means here what we considered, that if we are talking about thoughts, okay, thinking, that is a state verb. But right now what is happening? It is happening in a temporary situation. So we will go for ing verb. What are you thinking right now? Temporary situation. I think you should tell her exactly what happened. I think, that means that is a state condition. As we read earlier in the present simple tense, what we read, suppose if there is any state condition that is not changing, then we are going to use the state verb. I am tasting the sauce to see if it needs any more salt. Okay, I am tasting. When the situation is happening, when is he tasting? At the moment, right away. Okay, the sauce tastes delicious. That means whether it is a tablespoon, whether it is a bowl, whether it is a bottle, that tastes delicious. Its taste is fine. Then she's having a great time. Having a great time, that means that might be for a temporary short period of time. When she is having a great time, students don't generally have much money. Again, we are talking about possession. Here, we were talking about experience. Okay, I am having a great time. She is having a bad experience, that way. But when we talk about possession, then it would remain same. Students don't generally have much money. Clear? State verbs are fine. What happened, Khushi?
We are just tired. Not just me.
Who else?
From behind.
People shall not. We'll do two questions today. Question 1, question 2. All right. Go for question 1. Choose the best endings for the sentence. The most easiest question. Two options are given. We are supposed to choose the best option. Yes, question 2 as well. Done, Harman?
The second question,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
both one. I cannot understand if the sentence is future or the present.
Present continuous.
Okay.
Done. Shall we check the answers? Completed?
दोनों एक वक्त में रन में भूल गया तो पहले ने की थोड़ी सी एक्सरसाइज करानी थी एक वेट करानी थी
Present, that is one tense. अभी मैंने उसके दो पार्ट्स लिए हैं, दो और हैं. Present perfect is there, then present perfect continuous is there. Come on. Done, everybody? All right. Let's discuss. Choose the best ending for the sentence. Fiona is watching television.
Also favorite person favorite film star is on
That means we are talking about the current situation, not when she has time. That means we are not talking about the
future past
okay. Second, I am having my lunch. Having ing. When do we use ing?
present continuous
Continuous to express the situation that is happening right away. So at 1 o'clock every day or early today? B. So B would be the correct answer here. Third one, I do the shopping. Do. We are not saying doing. Okay, I do the shopping at the same time every week or today for a friend who's ill.
doing
What are you doing?
to your sister leave her alone
Why did not we choose this one? To your sister when she behaves badly.
and she
When she behaves, that means that is about a experience. So here, what are you doing to your sister? Leave her alone. Next one here is I wear casual clothes at the weekends. We are not talking about the present continuous form. That's why. Teachers work hard.
but they get long holidays
When we would have used this to get the concert ready for next week. If the sentence was teachers are working hard to get the concert ready for next week. That means that is what they are doing at the moment. Next one, the company's financial situation is improving.
now that president came
So just thinking of retiring early.
because he was happy where he worked
Correct. Were all correct? Next one. I am busy right now. I am filling in an application for a new job. Next one. My tutor dash me for a tutorial every Monday at 2 o'clock. That means that's a schedule, a fixed time. So what would we use? Present simple or present continuous?
Present continuous. Present simple. Simple.
Sees. It would be
Seen.
sees. John dash John not study very hard at the moment. We are talking about the moment. So simple or continuous?
Is not starting on studying.
Okay. Is not studying very hard at the moment. I dash he'll pass. Yes. What dash he do?
What will he do? What he is doing. What
We are
will
not
he do?
doing future tense, right?
What is he doing?
Yes. What is he doing?
He's he is trying to fix the television.
Yes, he is trying to fix the television. The next one, animals dash oxygen and dash carbon dioxide.
I think this one is the same.
Yes, because again, a state verb, breathe in and give out.
This is same.
Be quiet, I dash to hear the news. I want to hear the news, correct? In my country, we dash on the right hand side of the road. Drive. Why drive? Because it is plural. If it was singular, we would have added S. My friend Joe's parents
Are traveling around the world in travel.
travels or are traveling.
Are traveling.
Why? Because read ahead what it is stating and probably won't be back for a couple of months. That means they are already out. So they are traveling. The college dash the same course every day. Runs. Numbers of wild butterflies dash as a result of changes in the farming methods.
False.
False. Are you sure?
Falling.
Falling without auxiliary verb. Is falling are falling kuch to?
Butterflies are falling.
Huh?
Are falling. Butterflies are falling.
Are falling. How do we know that this is this situation of
Are
the current time? Hmm? Is it a temporary situation that is happening at the moment?
Vietnam are very good.
Where it is written? Do you think number of wild butterflies would change instantly? बस अभी बोला और एक सेकंड में. It is not that difficult. Come on. Present simple or present continuous?
Present simple.
Present simple. But would it be fall or would it be false?
False.
Why false?
Fall.
Why fall?
Why? Because butterfly is better than a number of
Plural. So it would be fall.
Butterfly also has ES.
What are we talking about? We are talking about numbers, na? Numbers decreasing. Like they are not saying wild butterflies decreasing. Number is decreasing. And here they have stated numbers. That is why fall. Clear? So present simple, present continuous is clear to you?
Yes.
All right. That's it for today. Keep the sheet with you. Bring it every day.
Okay, ma'am.
Tomorrow we will do the further exercises.
Okay, ma'am. Now road meet today, we meet tomorrow.
We will
Road meet tomorrow.
we will meet tomorrow.